Welcome back to Rockers Beer Review. Today we are reviewing Dark Matter, the brand new album by Seattle rockers Pearl Jam. A new album by Pearl Jam is always met with nervous anticipation. The problem is, it doesn't matter how good it is, you're always going to compare it with the likes of 10 or Versus. Dark Matter is Pearl Jam's 12th studio album, and this year they'll be celebrating their 34th year since inception in 1990. I mentioned this brief history, as with this album they've hired producer of the moment Andrew Watt. Now, Andrew is renowned for making classic legend bands sound like a modern version of themselves, certainly after working with the likes of Ozzy Osbourne and more recently the Rolling Stones. It sounds a bit strange, but many bands lose their vibe of what their most successful releases were all about, and Andrew is there to correct that. So, has he achieved it with this new album from Pearl Jam? Well, the quick answer is sort of. I certainly think he's got the best out of Pearl Jam in 2024, beyond any of their sort of recent releases post or Backspacer. It's not 10 or Versus, and it's certainly not Vitalogy. But if you kind of hear mute, faint murmurs of really within some of the songs that sort of relive some of those past glories. There's definitely more emphasis on songs here, with a lot of the sort of bloat and fat trimmed, and less of the sort of quiet pretentiousness that can be heard on some of their sort of albums released pretty much since the 2000s. It rocks too, with the first two songs, openers, Scared of Fear and React Respond. They roar out of the gates. They sound fresh, they sound exciting. All the instruments have space to be heard and breathe in the mix. And one of the best things, certainly on these songs and certainly across the album, is Mike McCready's absolutely shredding on a lot of the tracks on this album. It's nice to see solos front and centre here. There's some really incredible lead breaks on the first of these openers, with Matt Cameron driving the song forward, some incredible drumming. React Respond is equally heavy, with Jeff Ament's sort of fuzzy bass up front and centre. Here we've got Eddie's sort of vocal approach. It's a little bit reminiscent of, say, Dance of the Clairvoyants from Gigatron, where he channels his best sort of David Byrne from Talking Heads. It's another great rocker though. Track 3 then completely changes the pace with the anthemic ballad Wreckage. It's a great sort of slab of Americana that will no doubt become a fan favourite. The title track is next and shows off Pearl Jam, I think, at their modern best. A kind of pulsating rhythm with strong groove. It's one of the best tracks from the album, and a great solo too. So far, everything is very strong. Won't Tell then hints at their sort of more radio-friendly, commercial sort of song sound. Purists won't like it as much. It's breezy, it's sing-along. It doesn't outstay its welcome, so it's a good track. Upper Hand, on the other hand, is probably the weakest of the tracks on the album. It's a sort of mid-tempo ballad that doesn't really go anywhere, and at nearly 6 minutes long, it certainly drags a little bit. Then we've got Waiting for Stevie. It doesn't really do much for me, this song, but until about maybe halfway through, and then it sort of turns into a real sort of guitar fest with a nearly 2-minute guitar solo. One of the best solos I think we've heard from Mike McCready since the likes of Alive. Running then ticks the box for Pearl Jam Goes Punk. It's a fast-paced 2-minute song in the vein of songs like, say, Mind Your Manners or Spin the Black Circle. It's a punky, short song, which, if you like that sort of thing, you'll love it. The next two songs, I think, are a little bit filler. They're both Something Special and Got to Give. Feel like they could have been songs on any of the last sort of few albums. They don't really do much for me. And then the album closes with Setting Sun. It's an atmospheric, acoustic ballad that is good. It doesn't quite hit the heights of some of their sort of songs in the similar ilk, like Better Man or Sirens, or especially songs like Indifference. So, before we know it, we've finished the album. 48 minutes long. It's probably about the right length, in my opinion. It's still a great album, and it's probably their strongest, certainly in my opinion, since Backspacer. There's more consistent level of quality. There's better songwriting. It's got a really good production levels. And I think to hear Mike McCready showcase his incredible lead playing, it really sort of makes this album stand out from certainly the last few. Is it one of their best albums? I'm not quite sure, but certainly where I would put it in the ranking would probably be somewhere bang in the middle, really. But let me know what you think. If you heard the album, let me know what you think. What's your favourite tracks and how would you rank this album in comparison with the others? Let me know in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed this video review. It's quite a short one of Dark Matter. I'm a little bit late to the party, really, in terms of getting the review out, but hopefully everyone has heard it now and listened to it in depth, and they can really sort of give me their view in terms of whether it's one of their best albums or is it one of their poorest. Let me know in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We've got lots of music stuff coming on soon over the next few months, over the summer months. More rock album rankings coming, and a few little quirky things as well that I need to be getting out more. I've prepared them all, just haven't filmed them. So that's enough for me today. Let me know again in the comments what you think of Dark Matter by Pearl Jam. And until the next one, you know what you do. Keep on rocking.